Joining us now is the Senior Vice President of Achieve, Steve Pruitt. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit about Achieve's work.
Achieve was the coordinator for the development of the next generation science standards. We worked with 26 states and literally thousands of stakeholders to develop the next generation science standards to support improvement in science education in the U.S.
It is now March of 2015 and next generation science standards are now in a handful of states and the District of Columbia. Is this about where you thought you would be at this point?
I'm extremely encouraged with where we are. We have 12 states plus D.C. It's roughly 30% of the public school population in the country. So there's a tremendous reach, but some of the things that we don't talk about are the incredible power that teachers are having around these standards. They're really driving so much of this change. We have school districts in states who have not adopted who are using the next generation science standards. We have teachers who are really excited about it, the way to reach students in a way that actually helps them understand the world around them and to really start making this change. So I'm incredibly excited. The support and the push from the teachers has been the most exciting part, because as a former teacher myself, it's a way to really stop and remember how powerful that voice is.
There's been a lot of talk about Common Core in the last couple of years. How do the conversations around Common Core standards affect NGSS?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, folks really having to understand what's out there, realizing that NGSS is not the Common Core, realizing that the work around the state level, they really have to stop and think about what their political climate is, the work that they have to do to get stakeholders to buy into whatever set of standards it is that they're adopting, whether they're Common Core or NGSS. But the conversations, certainly they affect one another, but it's also important it really reminds us how important it is for those teachers to stand up for what they believe in.
Absolutely. And what are a few things that you would say to the classroom teachers who are just now learning about NGSS?
Do your homework. We're teachers, so we should do our homework. So really looking at these and getting into them deeply and thinking about them and going to multiple sources to start to understand them. But also to remember that, teaching can be tough, and we need to remember and kind of embrace that, because we are a profession just like every other profession, and doctors aren't going to push away because something gets tough, a new life-saving procedure, and NGSS is a way to help our kids get a better life. So it's going to be tough, but we actually need to embrace that and realize that as a profession it's a way to make our children's lives better.
And you have something exciting happening today with your business. Do you want to talk about that?
We do. We are launching today in partnership with the Teaching Channel a set of 4 videos that are designed to help people who have not really been around NGSS very much. They can be used at state board meetings, they can be used at parent meetings, but they're a resource that teachers and policymakers can use to give an introduction to what NGSS is all about.
Using technology to teach.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Steve Pruitt, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you very much.